All right, we are finally ready to finish this rear up. The new posi unit's here. Everything installed. I'm not going through all that again. It's in the other video if you need it. I'm just throwing a little bit of grease in these bearings, and that's about it. We're gonna get this thing in and get the backlash set. Just in case you didn't see the other video, all I do is freeze the posi unit, heat up the ring gear a little bit, push them together. There's a video prior on the wrong unit, but it's obviously the same procedure no matter which unit, with contracting and expanding steel. So I'm just throwing a little bit of grease on these. Again, I didn't put them in a bearing packer or nothing. I'm just throwing them and I spin them around a little bit, just get a little tiny bit of grease in there. Doesn't really make a difference. I just don't like installing things real dry. So I'll move the camera down, and then we're gonna get this backlash set finally on the never-ending rear. We're going on like 11 weeks with this thing, and it should have been like a 4-hour job. We just had all kinds of problems. A lot of times these shops are really good when you order stuff. Sometimes you're better off just going online and doing the research for yourself, or calling the company directly and then just giving people part numbers. This obviously turned to be quite a long, extensive job that should definitely not have had this many problems. If I had to do it over, I wouldn't even go this route at this point because it was just so frustrating. But enough about that. We're done. We're gonna get the backlash tool set up, get this unit in. We're gonna start with the factory shims, see where that sits us, and then we'll get the tool in there and get it all measured out. Okay, so I just cleaned these off. I was doing some other work. I wanted to keep the dirt out of here. I'm just going to stick the factory shims in. They are 2 different thicknesses. I'm just taking a shot in the dark. I don't remember which one was on which side. So I'm going to take that, and then we're going to just walk this unit in there. All right, way better. That's actually really not too bad on the backlash either. All right, so you can see we got a little bit of play in there. I'm gonna get the tool set up and see exactly where we're at. So we'll see you. This thing seems to really just like the factory stuff, man. It was the same on the pinion gear, which is extremely strange, but there is no play where it's, that's play this way. Yeah, there is no play. Let's put a cap on it and snug her down. There's oil on there still. We're okay. I'm waiting for the final caps to come. They're still on order from Strange, but we're just gonna run these in. All right, we'll just snug these down. Torque wrench out. Okay, 85 foot-pounds on that. Now we'll get the tool set up. Okay, on the backlash tool, it's a magnetic base. You turn it on. I get it set, and then I take this little adjustment right here. Is that a good angle for you guys? I take this adjustment here. This will move this in and out. And what I do is I move it out, and then I just rotate this into the gear till it just moves. Okay, it's moving a lot. So it's at 1,000 now. I'm just going to set it right to 1. And then we're going to take our measurement. So we're all the way up. Actually, up is 0 perfectly. And back, we are too tight. That's only about 2 thousandths now that it's tightened down. So we are going to back this back off. We have to adjust our shims. So we have to obviously put more over here and less over here. I believe that was the thinner one. So we're gonna have to go to the shims we got in the kit to back that off there. So we'll loosen this back up. Knock all the shims out of the place and start over. All right, so crack them loose, run these out. So we only had 2 thousandths of play, so we're looking for about 8 on these gears is what they want. So the shim that was in there is, this is 0. Let me make sure you guys can see this. All right, so this comes back 0. Spacer we had in there is 2.226. So 0.226, we want to make it, what do we want to make it? What did I say, 226? So 0.218. Actually, no, 0.220 actually. 226, so we're going to go 0.220. So we want to come up with a shim pack to accommodate 0.220. Or 220 thousandths. 2100s, 2/10ths, whatever, however you want to make that up. Okay, here's a nice heavy shim. We're just going to clean it off because it's laying in dirt. Okay, so with a pack of them here, see it has a nice sleeve on the new shim kit. This makes 0.220, which is what I'm looking for. So we're going to pop that right in there. And see how we sit like that. These are going to be tough to keep in here. And then being that we took out about 6 thousandths from that side, I'm going to find a shim right around 5/6 and add it to the other side. It's not gonna give me a hard time over there. All right, hang on. Oh, there's 2 stuck together. That's probably why. Okay, let's try that. That was about 9 thousandths, so hopefully we only needed 5, so hopefully that one that came out that was stuck was about right. Still seems tight. I'll take a quick read on this. Again, just magnetize your base and then make your adjustment here. I try and grab the very, very edge of the gear best I can. It's only 4, so we gotta still go more. So we're just gonna take this off here. That one's 5, we're gonna pull that one out. These are a little killing you trying to get it in. You can always take a little grease and stick it on there. This one's still good over here, okay. I'm actually gonna take that 5 thousandths that we took out and put it right on the other side. I figure once you get it tight, you can always just keep subtracting and adding. It should be tight. It should be good, it should fit in, but it shouldn't be real loose. There should be no play. And they should be just a hair. Sometimes just tricky to get in because of it. Nope, that's a little much. No, too tight. We want that one gone. Nope, we want that one staying. That was the original one. This is the one I just put in. And me, I don't mark a whole lot of stuff going in here. I know that was the shim because it had a little bend in it. I kind of just pay attention to little shit like that just to make your life a hair easier. Okay. Let's take a little little quick measurement. No, we're still. Why is this not moving at all? We're still at 4, which doesn't make any sense because we pulled 4, so let's pull a little more. You know, I'm going to take both of those out and just run these 2 big ones. And we're going to see how that does. I'll take these. I'll add 1 to this side because it seems like as we added it got a little too tight. That's going to be a little much. Yeah, we're way too much down. Now we got like 20 thousandths, which I knew, but throw a shim back. I took both out, so we're gonna put 1 back. 96, that's 9 thousandths. Okay, let's torque it down. That's right about what they wanted. They said 8 to 10 on these gears. They're supposed to be pro gears. They didn't order pro gears. I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get aggravated anymore. I'm just gonna put this together. And if anything whatsoever goes wrong with this, we're ordering a spool and a set of Richmond Pro gears, and that's it. I always just take a weird look just to make sure there's nothing left to right. That those shims are in there good. Everything's slid in nice. I had to put just a tiny bit of effort into pushing it in, which is about right. Like I said, these caps are going to get changed. I do have a billet set coming from Strange. It's just everything is screwy and on back order, and everybody knows the deal with that already. Okay, with it tightened down, we got 8 thousandths, which is beautiful. So 8 thousandths, that ring and pinion is finally set up. You can see there is 8 thousandths is a decent amount of play. All right, now hit wheel bearing grease in there, and we're gonna check it with some wheel bearing grease just pushed all in here. Give it a look. Okay, the wheel bearing grease, you actually see it a lot better. Can you? I don't know if you can on the camera, but you can looking at it. If you look, there's a tiny film along the outside, and then it took all the grease right out of the very center, and then the top still has it, so it's contacting the gear in the right spot. And then you can see it didn't grab the very, very front on the drive side, which is good because you don't want to see that. So that's actually a good setup right there. This baby is ready to go. I don't know if I pointed this out. If you guys see it, you can see that as far in there, the grease is still there also, which is good because you don't want the gears bottoming out. Then you have your backlash off. So this looks like a good setup. We're gonna, like I said, this rear has been really, really tricky. They're usually not this hard. Don't get discouraged because I struggled so bad. It's just one of them weird freak things. I've done plenty of these and never have had so many issues, but you know what? First I was like, I'm pissed off, it's because I'm recording something, but you know what? This stuff sure happens to other people. So don't get discouraged, guys. Keep at it. We got our nice 8 thousandths backlash in there. Everything's tight. Wear pattern looks good, and we are set to go. That's it for this segment. Talk to you soon, guys. Peace.